Good morning and welcome. This time, could you all please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance You may be seated. I want to recognize and thank Boy Scout Troop 87 for our flag ceremony this morning, led by Delia Rochette. Thank you. Students, staff, invited veterans, friends, and family, thank you for coming to Thomson School this morning. This annual tradition carries a lot for us here at Thomson. As you know, our school was named after Private Albert E. Thomson, who lost his life serving in World War I. Several of our staff members, and as you can see, several of our students also have active or former members of the military in their families. So this day, this respectful day, carries a lot of meaning, and so we hope that you feel honored today. We have a program for you today to honor you and thank you for your service. At this time, could everybody please rise for the national anthem? Thank you, boys and girls. Nice job. At this time, I would like to welcome the Superintendent of the North Andover Public Schools, Dr. Greg Gilligan.
All right. Good morning. I'm thrilled to be here today to honor our veterans. And we have some very special folks with us today. But first and foremost, we are going to honor Chief William Dolan from the North Andover, formerly of the North Andover Fire Department. Come on up, Chief. We're We're honoring Chief Dolan today, and this is what it says. Chief Dolan served in the United States Army, and today we're presenting this plaque in recognition of his dedicated service, sacrifice, and bravery to the United States of America during the Vietnam War, presented on this day at the private Albert E. Thomson School, November 9th, 2023. Thank you, Chief Dolan, for your service to the country. And we have one other person to recognize today. We have one other person to recognize today. And folks, this has been a tremendous tradition here at the private Albert E. Thomson School for a long time. We talk about raised values, and one of the most important values is service. Chief William Dolan is one outstanding representation of service. The chief enlisted right out of high school into the United States Army and went to Vietnam. He had an opportunity to come back and probably stay home, and he re-upped for a couple more tours. That epitomizes service. This event is really important as we remember our past. And probably the person who has coordinated, put this together, seen it through, made it better each year, involving our high school students, the Boy Scouts, and a whole bunch of folks. So I'd like to read this to you. This plaque is presented to Miss Kathy O'Neill in recognition of her unwavering dedication and tireless efforts coordinating and organizing the Veterans Day celebration at the private Albert E. Thomson School. Nurse O'Neill. I'm not done reading the plaque just yet. Nurse O'Neill, your commitment to honoring North Andover veterans has touched the lives of countless individuals and has enriched our community with profound lessons of gratitude, service, sacrifice, and patriotism. Congratulations, Nurse O'Neill. We really appreciate all you've done to make this happen each year. Now, a few words.
Thank you very much, everybody.
A well-deserved recognition. Thank you, Chief Dolan. Thank you, Miss O'Neill. At this time, we're going to turn our program over to our wonderful fifth grade students who are going to lead you through a large part of the program today. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Sam.
Why is it important to say thank you? Veterans are always working to keep us safe every day, every night, and even holidays. They're working away from their families to protect us. As a part of the Thomson School's November theme, Gratitude in our salute to our veterans, students were asked to write a thank you letter to a veteran.
3 students were chosen to read their thank you letters this morning. Please welcome 3rd grader Joey Weinrich, 4th grader McKenna Zwingy, and 5th grader Adrian Gunn.
It's me, Joey. I am writing a letter a letter as part of our Veterans Day celebration at Thomson School. I've always been so proud of you being in the Army, but now that I am in 3rd grade, I know more about what being in the Army is like. At Thomson School, we have raised values, and in the Army, you follow some raised values too. The R stands for respect in the Army. You show respect for your commanding officers, and you also salute to show respect. The A stands for achievement. I think it is so cool all the things in the you achieve in the Army, like becoming an officer and getting your airborne badge. The S in RAISE stand for service, and being in the Army is all about service. You spend time away from your family and friends to make the world a safer place. I am so proud of a veteran and my dad.
Dear veteran, thank you for serving our country, and thank you for being willing to sacrifice your life and time with your family. It means a lot to this country. Only a special person can do your job. It takes a lot of courage to be in the military. The sacrifices you make are unbelievable. I imagine that it is really hard to do all the training and learn how to use all the different equipment. I bet you miss your family a lot. I know I would. I also bet going to war is terrifying, and I'm thankful that you are willing to do it to protect our country. One thing I do know is that it can't be easy to fight and be away from home and family for a long time. For me, it would feel like an eternity. Thank you again, Mackenzie.
Dear soldier, my name is Adrian. I'm in 5th grade. I wanted to let you know that I feel very safe knowing that there are people like you giving up their mental and physical health and your memories with your family to protect our country. I understand that being in the armed forces can be difficult, but you still did. You might have sacrificed your physical and mental health just to protect us. You might have lost limbs or broke bones. You also might have seen things that were scary and you didn't want to see them. Being in the armed forces also might have meant that you wouldn't see your family as often. It would be hard to miss your child's first words or first steps. You fought knowing that you might not see your child grow up, but you knew that they would be safe. Before I go, I must remind you how glad I am that we are being protected by amazing people like you. Thank you. Yours truly, Adrian.
Several of the students' notes are posted on the walls, and we ask veterans to take one from the basket as you leave. Thank you, veterans.
Grade 2 students recite Home, written by a former Thomson teacher and parent, Susan Howard.
Who is a veteran? A veteran is someone who has served in the United States military, including the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Coast Guard. during times of war or peace.
Respecting our veterans. We are all here today thanks to the many soldiers who have fought long battles in dangerous conditions while far from home to make our country free and safe.
Honoring our veterans. All across this country, veterans are honored in many ways. We can honor our local veterans with parades or celebrations. The town of North Andover has honored Albert E. Thomson, a World War I veteran, by building this elementary school as a tribute.
America's White Table. The white table is set in many mess halls as a symbol for and remembrance to remember members fallen, missing, or held captive in the line of duty. Please welcome the Thomson 4th grade students who will now perform a special reading of this book.
Every day in military dining halls, everywhere in the world, there's a special table covered in a white tablecloth to honor those soldiers who are missing in action or prisoners of war. Fourth graders would like to share that custom with you today.
We use a small table to show one soldier's lonely battles against many enemies.
Cover it with a white cloth to honor a soldier's pure heart when he answers to his country's call to duty.
We place a lemon slice on the plate to show a captive soldier's bitter fate.
And salt on the plate represents the tears of families waiting for loved ones to return.
We push an empty chair to the table for the missing soldiers who are not here.
We lay a black napkin for the sorrow of captivity.
We turn over a glass for the meal that won't be eaten.
Place a white candle for peace, which we all hope for.
Finally, a red rose in a vase tied with a red ribbon for the hope that our Lord missing will return someday.
Thank you, boys and girls. Nice job. This time I'd like to welcome Richard McGrean, United States Air Force, retired, who is our guest speaker today, who will say a few words to us.
Principal, everyone hear me? Hey, thanks for having me today. So Thomson, you guys raised the bar for this event. This is amazing. So I'm honored and proud to be here. You know, when I was your age, I grew up in a military family. We lived all over the world. So, you know, when I was in elementary school, I lived in North Dakota. I lived in Guam. I lived in Hawaii. And I grew up on military bases and went to military elementary school. So it's funny because we never really did this at those schools because everyone at the base is serving active duty, and we just took that time to really just be with our families and take some time off. So I'm truly honored that you all are here and you're doing this. So, you know, I know when I was that young too, you don't really fully appreciate our military, armed forces, and our veterans and what they really do for our country. So, I'm thinking of 3 topics that you can use to share with maybe your family and friends that you know serve or have served. One is serving with honor. The second is freedom. The third is their journey. So these are some different topics you could talk to them about. So, honor. What is it to serve with honor, right? It's to do the right thing, even when no one's looking. It's to take orders. It's to go where places that are challenging or tough when no one else wants to go. And it's always doing the right thing when no one's looking. Like I said, when you're in uniform, no one knows that you're Chris or you're Mary or Jacqueline. They just see you're the airman, you're the soldier, you're the Marine. You have to represent that uniform when you walk around, whether you're at the grocery store, you're getting food, you're getting coffee, you're picking up your kids from school. You know, if you do something wrong, you represent that service in the country. So it's always doing the right thing. And I know you guys are trying to do the right thing here. Next is freedom. You know, we have a lot of great freedoms in this country, right? We can all drive around wherever we want, not you guys yet, one day. But we have the freedom to vote, speech, religion. And one quote that really kind of emphasizes that and the work that it took to make that is, freedom isn't free, right? It took a lot of sacrifice to make that happen. A lot of people gave their lives, gave up time with their families and friends to answer the call, to go serve and fight battles outside of this country, so we didn't have to do them here, right? So freedom, when you think about freedom and all the rights we have, just think about the sacrifices that we made for that. Third is the journey. You know, yeah, there's a lot of sacrifices that happen with military families and people that serve, but also it's an amazing journey. I served 20 years in the Air Force, retired as a major just last year, and I had a time in my life. You know, I started in Texas. My first assignment was out here in the Boston area, and it was amazing. The journey started from there. I got to fly airplanes. I got this jacket because of that. It's a pretty cool jacket, right? I got to work on airplanes, help procure and buy new capabilities for the Air Force, like satellites, drones, classified networks, worked in foreign military sales overseas. I served a deployment in Jordan, and also a deployment in Afghanistan. So I saw a lot of rough stuff, bad stuff, but a lot of people that really love America, that want to be a part of America, that love our country. So it was very impressive to see the world. It opened my eyes and changed my perspective on those who serve and veterans. And when I meet veterans now, like I said, I use those talking points, right? I want to hear their story, what they did, the sacrifices they made. So those are things you can bring back to your home and talk to your families about. But one last thing, like I said, this is an amazing event. I'm so honored to be in front of you all because you don't mind, I realize it now at your young age, but you guys are the future of this town, of this state, and this country. You know, there's future principals in here, teachers, nurses, doctors, lawyers, maybe some military members. So I'm honored to be with you. I live in this town, so if you see me around, say hi. Got any questions, reach out, okay? But thanks for your time and keep up the good work. Go Thomson.
All right, we're going to continue with the student portion of our program, and it's Savannah.
A special read edition of God Bless America, performed by the Thomson 5th grade singers.
With
we would like to honor all Thomson alumni and families of Thomson staff and students who proudly serve. Enjoy a slideshow presentation of all who served.
Enjoy an all-school sing-along of the 5 ballads of the U.S. Armed Forces. Veterans, please stand when your branch is announced.
silently stand and remove your hats for the playing of taps, performed by the North Andover High School Band. Reminder, please pause for a moment of silence following the end of taps. Please do not clap.
Everyone, please join us for a sing-along of Your Grand Old Flag.
So in closing, I want to thank our veterans for your past and present, for your service to our country. My father was a veteran. My daughter's fiance is in the Army Reserves. Our school was named after a veteran. So it has a lot of special meaning for me as principal, and I know for a lot of our students and our staff members. As you can see by our presentation today, veterans are well represented among us in this crowd today. I want to thank Mrs. Rogers for the displays outside in the lobby. And veterans and invited guests, you're welcome to stay to join for refreshments in the cafeteria after the program. Staff members, if you are on a break and you want to come down and say hi to anybody, you're certainly welcome to do that. Central Administration for North Andover, you're welcome to stay as well. Again, I want to thank everybody for attending today. Boys and girls, thank you for demonstrating good race values during our program today. As we talked about yesterday, veterans deserve to be honored and our respect. So thank you very much, and thank you to our wonderful staff behind the scenes for all the work in helping put together today's program. Miss O'Neill, we're glad we surprised her. She has been the driving force behind this program for many years. So without further ado, boys and girls, it is time to go back to class and get to work. So have a good rest of the day.